Hello everybody, this is Hobbit on Hold, and what we're going to be looking at here today, very briefly, because you've probably been battered around the head plenty of times this week with this amazing reveal of the Grand Cafe for Warhammer The Old World. I've been playing since 2002, and I'm a massive fan of the fantasy setting, and I think it's one of the best. But basically, I just want to go over today about the reveal very quickly. I'm not going to go in depth about every opinion that I have on it, every sculpt. I'm going to be more going into what I think basically the release lineup will be and what other factions we can get and pricing. Because I've been seeing a lot of people say that, oh, this is going to be really expensive, it's going to blow us away with the price and stuff like this. But I've got a few things to show you that might point in the other direction of saying, don't worry, I think we're going to be all good. And we might be surprised. So here we go. Yeah, they revealed this at ADEPTICON, and you've got this lovely battalion that's coming out, and they're all lovely, warriors together for the Grand Army of Cathay with some excellent, ogres thrown in there with the cannons and the rocket battery. And then you come down to the warriors, and again, guys, you've probably been battered over the head this week with this amazing news from many channels, and rightfully so. And there's been a big debate on these look like Age of Sigmar models, yada yada. I don't know how you can see that because every Age of Sigmar model, if you take ADEPTICON for example, are very spread out, acrobatic, and these are very your typical rank and flank trooper. They're ready for battle, all very static, but just a lot more detail on them, which with modern painting techniques you'll be able to bash them out fast enough. And here you go, boom boom. So what I want to get to really, basically, in this model is going to be, oh my god, I'm going to get two of these and I'm going to spend so much time painting them, because can you just imagine walking into your local hobby shop or whatever and you just see this on the table and people playing with this army? This is what Warhammer's all about, man. It's just stunning. So, and this big boy is going to be a topic of the conversation today. So yeah, I'm not going to go over the journal on that because people have done a really good job of it, but I've been seeing a lot of people say that this army is going to be very expensive, and because it's a new army, new sculpts, it's going to cost more. But I want to show you something called Bretonnian Knights of the Realm on Foot. So I think I just went past them. So if we click on these came out at the beginning of the Old World. And they're 20 figures, and they're £52.50. And then new sculpts, entirely, resources had to be put into them, and all that, yada yada. So these cost £52.50, right? And they're new. If you go to High Elves, actually no, saying that, we got White Lions of Crace for £52.50 there. 20 figures, and I think they look better than the Bretonnian Knights on Foot. That's just personal. But I think the last army, or definitely one of the last ranges that got refreshed before it got blown up, was the Dwarfs, right? And again, you got your elite trooper 20 troops for £52.50. So what I'm saying, if I rattle through that too quick, is that we've had a new plastic kit in the Bretonnian Knights of the Realm on Foot, and if you want a big beastly comparison, we go to the Tomb Kings and we go to the Tomb Dragon, and all the models in Grand Cafe are plastic, okay? And look at this, the Bone Dragon, £63.25, and that's a big model. I don't know if you've seen it in person, but I played against it. It fits that whole base, and it stretches off the base out the back there and the front. You can't see it here. It stretches the front and back. I would say that's probably not density wise, but size wise, probably on par with that Sentinel from Cathay, and it's £63.25. New kit came out with the game, and that's the price. So I've seen a lot of people saying, because it's new, Cathay's going to be expensive. I don't think it necessarily will be massive price jump. People saying, oh, it's going to be Age of Sigmar price. Clearly not with the new plastics we've gotten. And the heroes will be cheap. cheaper than the resin ones we've got. So I'm really excited about Cathay, guys, and I just wanted to put that out there because I've been saying that a lot, and I think people have forgotten about we have had new stuff. I know it's been far and few between with the plastics, right? But when we have, it's been very fairly priced. And Games Workshop ain't going to want to have a big price disparity between it all, because people understand that this is a mass miniature game compared to the other systems, right? And I think they've been doing a great job. Obviously, this is very... God, man, I really wish they just done the skeletons here. The chariots you can get away with, orcs and goblins. But, yeah, so I don't think the prices of Grand Cathay are going to be bonkers high of an increase. And that's just my little bit of proof I wanted to show to people, you know. There's stuff out there that we've got, and it's reasonably, like, well... miniatures from Games Workshop are never like truly cheap, right? But yeah, so, and with a discount from other like your local gaming shops and stuff you have in your hobby group and that, why not? Because that base size is definitely, I think, did they say in the video? But I think that like this model is denser, but I think, you know, if you laid the dragon out, it would probably be nearly as big as this. But obviously this is way more plastic. And also another thing I want to pick up on before I forget is that with the modern kits, they can get so much more in the box, and they pack in the sprue and they lay it out much more refined compared to the old kits. Like when you go and buy a dwarf warrior kit or Bretonnian kit, peasants, whatever, you'd be like, oh, I'm going to go and buy that army box. And you get close, you're like, mate, that's literally just like a unit of peasants. These boxes are massive, man. And that costs to ship, to store and all that. With the modern kits, they're going to save money on per shipments and stockroom space and everything like that, and production of plastic. So in ways they will save money on that end compared to the massive like waste of the air in the box you get with the old stuff. So we got to just think about that, and hopefully they won't get greedy and they follow the trend they've had. The proof is there, and I just wanted to highlight to people. And then on top of that, I just want to say this is a great reveal, and Old World is here to stay, and I did not expect to see this quick. And for sure, we are going to get the Vampire Coast. There's no way we are going to get a fantasy setting from like Games Workshop and not have a vampire faction. And I think one of those things, what they're going to do is pull from like the Total War series and have a really cool Vampire Coast army with vampiric pirates. Like that is so badass. That is Sal, that's cool. It's not your traditional trope. You can branch out from the typical undead faction. Yeah, we do have Tomb Kings, which is amazing, but to have like your not classical vampire, but Pirates of the Caribbean sort of like undead nautical theme, it just makes total sense, right? And yeah, I'm stoked for what they are going to bring forward, and I'm definitely picking this up near launch, right? And it's just a beautiful army, man. Just amazing. I'm just going to... It's a painter's dream as well. It's just great. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that to attention. Kind of hopefully a short video. And yeah, so if you like what I'm spatting out here, subscribe. I do a lot of gaming content, but I'm definitely going to be getting more into the old world commentary. So there we go. And my little baby daughters came in to say hi. So on that note, we'll say bye. Ta-ta.